There we go. There we go. There we go. Coming in. Two, two, two. There we go. There we go. Welcome to the GoWIN Radio Show right here only tonight on GoGo Radio Live. Coming to you live from the shops at Iverson, all powered by GoWIN.media. I'm Nico the Go-Goologist, and my co-hostess, Miss Lady, will be in the building real soon. And, of course, we have two very esteemed, esteemed guests coming in today. And I'm talking about the two main representatives from the Chuck Brown Foundation. Mr. Nekos and Wiley Brown will be coming in as our guests today. I want you to forgive me a little bit because I do not have my flash drive with me today. So I might be reversing it today. I might be doing Throwback Thursday and just calling it Throwback Tuesdays today because I don't have all my old school stuff with me. I mean, that's all I got with me. But we're going to be cranking nothing but Chuck today anyway. So you know what? That's going to work out. That's going to work out, right? All right. So keep it locked right here on GoWIN Radio. Oh, the GoWIN Radio Show or GoGo Radio Live only tonight. Let me get some crank in. Let me see. Let me play a favorite everybody loves. I want to do a special birthday shout out to my main man DJ Dirt DeRico, my main man. Keep it locked right here.
I was a young boy, about the age of 5. My mama sat down and told me to be the greatest thing alive. Now I'm a grown man, way past 21. And now believe me, ladies, I can show you lots of fun. 'Cause I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a hoochie.
$150 card note. Insurance with that is next $150. Insurance is taking about $200 out of our second month.
Now, if you're feeling good, you want to dance and sing, what you waiting on? Get up and do your thing. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. And if your body is strong and your wind is long, just carry on. You can't do no wrong. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Now, when the clock says 2, it don't mean we're through, because you and me, we gonna do it to 3. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. And if you want some more, we'll even go to 4. Just to keep it alive, we might do it to 5. Show you right. Show you right. You know you're right. Now listen, fellas, I want each and every fella to take a lady by the hand and you snatch her up out of her seat. And by the time she reaches that dance floor, she'll be ready to move her feet. I said each and every fella take a lady by the hand and you snatch her up out of her seat. And by the time she reaches that dance floor, she'll be doing the happy feet. Now back your groove up on the floor. Do that thing you did before. Do anything you want to do, baby. It could feel pretty good to you. Just keep on doing that funky thing till your heart begin to sing. Yeah, yeah. Just take it right down to the bone, baby. Take it with you when you're gone. Let's back it on up, y'all. Let's back it on up. Come on, back it on up, y'all. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Let's back it on up. Let's turn the lights down kind of low. We gon' jump till time to go. Let's turn the lights down kind of low, baby. We gon' jump till time to go. Well, let's back it on up, y'all. Let's back it on up. Yeah, yeah. Come on, back it on up, baby. Let's back it on up. What I say? Hey, ladies, y'all wanna groove with me? Well, then y'all get together and repeat right after me. That's what I want you to say. I say, I'm a smart lady and he's a smart fella. You take a smart lady just to make a fella smart. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Yes. I say, I'm a smart lady and he's a smart fella. You take a smart lady just to make a fella smart. Show you right. 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 You know you're right. Right? Hey, fellas. Yeah. Y'all agree? No. Well, let's all get together and repeat it right after me. Say, your skirt is tight and your body is right, and you wonder why you can't get home tonight. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. I like to take a sweet honey up into my dear, and if anybody knock, I ain't gonna let them in. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. And when I get the sweet honey where we can be here, I ain't gonna tell a soul what we did. Show you right. Show you right. You know you're right. Show you right. Ow. Let's back it on up, y'all. What I say? Let's back it on up. Yeah, yeah. Back it on up, baby. Back it on up. Oh, girl. Let's back it on up. Yeah, yeah. Hey, ladies. show you right. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. So if you ask for my money, I got to put you in check, girl. Put you in check. Because it's much too soon. Much too soon. I can't give it up yet. Can't give it up yet. Let's back it on up. Back it on up. What I say? Let's back it on up. Back it on up. Back it on up, girl. Back it on up to me. Let's back it on up. Guess what she said to me, fellas? She said, you ain't got no money, you just talking trash. You can keep your credit cards, just give me the cash. Show you right. Show you right. Show you right. That's what she said to me. You ain't got no money. Got no money. Just talking trash. Just talking trash. You can keep your credit cards. Keep your credit cards. Just give me the cash. Just give me the cash. Show you right. 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 You know you're right. Hey, Leroy, look at him. Let's back it on up.
Yeah.
Let's back it on up.
Bag it on up, baby. Bag it on up. Y'all tuned into the GoWIN radio show right here on GoGo Radio Live. Only tonight, only on GoGo Radio Live. And today we are talking about the one and only Godfather's birthday celebration, Chuck Brown Day, this Saturday at Chuck Brown Memorial Park. And you are tuned into the GoWIN radio show. And I have my very special guests. They are in the building. One and only, the Brown brothers, Mr. Nekos and Wiley Brown. Appreciate y'all for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us,
Yeah,
man.
man. Let me
Appreciate
tell
it.
you, I hope I didn't scare y'all off with my lack of singing skills.
Nah.
You know, not to give out too much information, but you know how you get in the shower, and everybody think they can sing in the shower.
feeling it.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah,
But
I
I
go
sounded
for you.
good in the shower. But I'm not in the shower. But anyway, hey, look, I appreciate, like I said, I really appreciate y'all coming in. We got a lot to talk about with a big celebration coming this Saturday. But I want to kick it with y'all for a minute, man. I mean, let's talk some regular, if y'all don't mind. Let's talk some guy talk. I want to ask y'all, since y'all both played football, what do you think about the situation that's going on right now with the NFL and, well, the NFL players, and I don't know if you want to say versus Mr. 45 or versus the league, because it seems like they're in cahoots some kind of way.
Right.
And it's real interesting what's happening right now. But I guess I just wanted to get your opinion because Nekos, you and I talk a lot, and so we can get real deep with things. But I want to start with the youth first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I want what is your opinion about what's going on with the players? And of course it started with Colin Kaepernick, and just about just having the right to have a protest, a peaceful protest.
Wiley?
I think it's all a form of control for the the powers that be, for the owners, for the whoever, the president or whatever he called himself. But I think the players, they definitely want to show that they do care about what's going on in society and our society, and us being black men and they having to deal with possibly losing your life over a traffic stop, which is just crazy. But they're using their platform, which is great. But I feel like they're trying to be, they kind of getting silenced just by the whole notion of the thing. The whole thing of it is getting turned into something of what it's not even is. Like they trying to change the narration and the focus on it being about the flag when it's not about the flag. It's about what's going on. So
would you call that misdirection?
Definitely. It's definitely misdirection, man. They changing what it is, man. They changing the focus, and I think too many people get caught up in what they're changing it to. Like, it's not about the flag, and I feel like they keep changing it and making it about something that's what it's not. And I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where it's like kind of dragging on, but I'm glad that the players are still holding their stance, you know what I mean, and using their platform for what it is, even if they are going to get fined for it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like that is something that the attention need to be brought to that.
Do you think they should be fined for it?
Within the context of your job,
That's
whatever
what
you
I
are
was
doing.
about to ask you, because and the reason why it's almost like I was in the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people say certain things about, well, if I was in there, I would do this. And
Right.
like, unless you've been in there, and you know, those your brethren right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, I'm not rah military. You know, I went in because I had to go in. Actually, you know, I was in the middle of a situation. But you know, when you there with your brother, those are your brothers
Right.
and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a little different for you to say, well, you know what, you know, I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or for somebody on the outside. You know,
Right.
but if it was you and you right there, and you've had that experience with them, it's hard for you to cross that picket line. You know what I mean?
Right.
What do you think, Nico?
You asked for it. You asked for it now. You about to get your.
Hey, look, his eyes look like the volcano on Hawaii right now. Like, oh, you coming right down my lane, now. Throw the fastball right down the middle.
I know both of y'all know what I'm about to say, man. And,
No, I don't know. It's not about what I wanted to hear. It's
Yeah.
about the listeners.
Exactly,
And the
exactly.
watchers.
Now I hope if your listeners and your watchers, you know, they're long-standing listeners and watchers. I want them to understand this about Nekos Brown. I don't say nothing I don't mean, and I don't forget nothing I say. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The last time I was on your show, we talked about me writing a book.
Yeah.
That was a couple years, but a year
No,
ago.
Not even that long ago.
It was definitely, it was a year ago. Because when I decided, no,
It hasn't been a year.
almost a year. Okay, at that time, I was almost finished writing my book. But
No, I brought
Think
you
of-
in. No, it hasn't been that because I brought you in to talk about the Capital City Go-Go.
oh, that was 2 times ago that I talked about the book.
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay,
You
the
came
time
in-
before last,
Yeah.
that was a year ago. Then
It
the
was.
one I'm talking about is a year ago.
Yeah.
The last time I was
okay.
here wasn't a year ago.
Right.
Right.
But the interview I'm talking about, I told you I was writing a book.
Right.
What triggered me writing that book was seeing the movie Concussion. And
right,
I just had an ultimate awakening, man. My life has
That's
never been the
3
same
times.
since.
That was 3 interviews ago. Now.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
I know it was a while ago. I know I'm tripping, but look at what has transpired. This tells you the power of the mind, the power of manifestation, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line, life is completely in the mind. So look at what has transpired since I last told you that.
It's misdirection. Now we're
No.
not talking about the
I'm saying
concussions no more.
everything in general though.
Yeah.
So I was the first one talking about that stuff before we had a Kaepernick situation.
Right.
Before we had a Kaepernick situation, I told you how I felt about the game in general.
Right.
Now, the Kaepernick situation could have happened at any time, but we're not even talking about the research of the dangers of the game.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you find out somebody been lying to you about what's really happening to you on a football field for the last 50-something years in this whole sport, you feel what I'm saying? Well, shoot, 70-something years, whatever you want to call it. It's like, that's the real issue. We're not talking about no damn flag or us kneeling. You shouldn't play the game, period. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at what level do you want to continue to lie to yourself? That's what that is. That's what this conversation really is. It ain't about us getting paid, the good old boys. Okay, they let us protest. You think that's a pat on the back? It's disrespectful for you to even go out on the field and kill yourself knowingly. You feel what I'm saying? And you talking to somebody who played the game for 20 years of my life. You feel me? I'm only 30. So, 22 years of my life. I'm only 30. I started playing at 8 years old. Never stopped until 2015. Okay, so that's the real conversation. We talking about the wrong stuff on a daily when it comes to that regular news like you were just talking about. It's always a distraction. It's always some misdirection.
That's it.
But the whole thing in a nutshell was like when you got something that's dying on a daily. Football is done lost viewers and lost a whole bunch of stuff because people are waking up. It's common sense.
And they ain't lost that much money.
You don't think so?
Not that much.
When you take out tackle football in X amount of states until you're 14 years old, the game is doing. I guarantee, like I told you last 3 interviews ago, there will be no football in the next 20 years. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that.
It won't be football as we know it.
No, you might see flag football like you see now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, Nekos. Since the beginning of time, in athletic arenas, we've had barbaric sports.
True.
Okay, you go back to however the powers that be have put it in a theatrical way for us to see it, or whether you've actually done your homework and really read up on what's happened in the past, in old history days.
Right.
You know, we've always had barbaric sports, and somebody's always profited off of that.
True.
Always, since
But
the beginning of the time. So that's it's like you gonna tell me that in 20 years there will be no prostitution.
No. Nowhere near the same. That's a whole different conversation. Whole different conversation. That is not the same. Nowhere near the same.
No.
You just named something. You just mentioned something.
The correlation is not there.
Hell no. You just said something that runs that the womb runs the whole. I don't know how vulgar we can get on here. The womb runs the womb runs the entire planet.
No, the universe.
Exactly.
The universe is.
But we in these bodies, we in this existence right now. So this is what we talking about. We talking about something that birthed you and I. We talking about something that created us out of its stubbornness. Everyone, we want to go somewhere totally different now.
No.
Listen to me. Listen to me. No, listen. Every woman. Now, y'all, some listeners might be mad at me. Look at yourself in the mirror, baby. Every woman who's a single mom, not even got to be single mom. Whenever she had a son, she was bitter and angry at that time. What I'm telling you is it takes a level of selflessness for a woman of birth, a female. But we as men are here only to remind them of them, not only remind them of themselves, but show them how much power they really have. That's why the world the way it is now. The narrative is totally different. The woman was first. She is everything. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't relate that to no football. I'm like,
you know what?
when it comes to how I look at the woman, you feel what I'm
I
saying?
can. First of all, let me back it up. You said the woman is first, and everything comes from the woman. Correct?
Yes.
Thus, Mother Earth.
Okay.
Okay. So let's leave it right there.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you the correlation comes from. Because if you're going to talk about the beginning, there's always been good versus evil, right?
No,
Bad.
I think it's your perception of good and evil.
No. I mean, far as you got. It was always been this a negative connotation. Is it okay? A plus and a minus.
It's abuse of power. That's all it is.
No. Let's break it down to the actual. There's a plus and a minus.
Due to your perception, though, depending on where you sitting.
No. Let's go into math.
This ain't math though.
No,
it's
yes,
the same.
it is.
It's not because the cheetah gotta eat. That don't mean because we minded some gazelles. He wrong for that.
Everything comes from something.
True.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Everything comes from something. So when I'm breaking it down to when I say the plus and the minus, because something is always going to equal out to other.
You talking about duality?
Something's always going to equal out to other. And so you have good or love, kindness, and you got evil. You know what I mean? And what I'm saying is when you got these entities, and what wins out is always been war in order to achieve, in order to rule and to take over. It's always been that part of this always seems like to be the most powerful.
Why is that,
You know
though?
what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Because if you take and you have a stronghold over something, you intimidate and you put it in fear.
You said everything starts from somewhere, though, right?
Yes.
That starts from us not having the same perception and not the same level of understanding. So, with that being said, whether my agenda is good or bad, I'm forced to basically manipulate you in some kind of way to get you to conform to, because my will is stronger. That's what you're saying. But all I'm saying is
thus, we always gonna have that element.
Not
involved.
because it's ignorance. We've never had this much information available to us on the planet.
True, but that's
why it's going to change. It's already changed.
That makes those who have real fearful. They're dangerous right now.
You think so?
Yeah, you know
that's
why?
your perception.
No, I'm gonna tell you why they're dangerous. Because anytime you put a animal that's been hurt, or and they come out and they feel cornered,
fight or flight, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And those who have, and they see that people are tending. If the right people are waking up, it's not just people. If the right people are waking up,
that depends on where you're sitting at, though.
Man,
because look, if I know, go ahead.
Okay, a lot of that starts with the illusion of inclusion. Okay, so
okay,
no, we'll talk because this is how you soften them up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on in the house. You family. Come on in, bro. Sit down, have something to eat. You ain't got to stand in that black only line no more. You don't have to drink in that water fountain no more. Come on and drink in this water fountain. You family. That's what you think. The illusion of inclusion.
Where did that even start from? We want to go way deep.
I mean,
all I'm saying is, look at it from
different ways of holding people down.
As a parent, though, it's the same thing. As a parent,
but the most powerful ways, right?
Right. So it's what I'm telling you, though. Like we talked the other day. I said if every child in America got up out of their seat in the school and walked out, what can we do on the planet? What can you do?
Ladies and gentlemen, tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to the GoWIN Radio Show right here. My name is Nico the Go-Golologist. My co-hostess, Miss Lady, better be in the building real soon. Let me tell you something. I had a great conversation with this brother right here, and he gave me some good vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know when you wake up in the morning, you have that fiber.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like sitting on the toilet and letting it go. You know what I'm saying? But you feel good because you know why? People say, "Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty." Actually, it's the best thing in the world for you to do, just let go. You know what I'm saying? Because you're cleaning out your system. The information this brother was giving me when he was talking about the mind of the child and how good,
I'm about to say, you want me to finish?
Yeah, please.
So look, as a parent,
talk to him.
We have no children. I got 7 children. I'm 30 years old.
Listen
I just had my 7th child.
Hold on, repeat that one more time.
Make that go viral.
But I'm daddy daycare every day. You know what I mean? I got my children all the time. And I've learned most of what, man, you don't want them up here. I could have brought them back early. But I got that rehearsal to go to after this. But everything I have learned when it comes to the mind has been off of observing my children and seeing myself at different levels. None of them were born with anything I surpassed mentally before they were born. You understand what I'm saying? So my 2-year-old is sharper than my 10-year-old when it comes to being able to hold herself accountable for her actions, when it comes to her being real about a situation, being honest about anything. All of those things I surpassed. She wasn't born with them. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, how this relates to our conversation what we just started. If I know all of these things my child is going to possibly go through because of their level of ignorance as a child, they just do not know. It's a lot of stuff they're already born with that's in them, innate in them, but that's why we living our lives right now. We unlocking all of that stuff we already know. That's why you put yourself in this avatar. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm not going to tell them right now, you need to, I can't show them the books on one of my businesses at 2 years old. So that's the same conversation we have. If you want to call it the powers that be, if I know your level of ignorance, how can I expect to flood you with information and give you the keys to everything I know and expect you to do better with it? It's not possible. You feel what I'm saying? It's not possible. So we can look at it negatively all we want. And it's always a worse side to everything. Now, I'm not saying everybody got great intentions, but I'm saying that
if you're looking at something with a narrow judgment, makes it negative, looking at it negative. You equated the
You have, because just like you said, that fight or flight. If I got a narrow-minded judgment, I don't know much, and I've been subdued.
But it's guarded.
Exactly.
Why would it not be guarded?
Absolutely.
If you done me the way you've done me for a certain amount of 100 years, I should be guarded.
What your perception of how that even got there is the issue. Now I'm not. Now that's wrong.
Perception or is that fact?
Your perception, because if we want to have a race conversation, this is where I tell you white ain't a color, it's an attitude. And I believe that wholeheartedly coming from Dick Gregory. White ain't a color, it's an attitude. If we can't trace the white man history past 6,000 years, what does that tell you? We know he was here first, so who made him? And if we made him, he ain't just so great he took us over. No, you put him in a position that he's in now on purpose to show yourself. You understand what I'm saying? No different than a woman. That's broken down.
So for our listeners to tune in right now, tune into the GoWIN radio show. The views and the thoughts of this gentleman right here are not the station.
They all mine. All mine.
But real talk, if we're going to say that, are we saying that there's some demonic or demented black man somewhere laughing real hard because look what these
funny.
fools.
It's not funny.
No, I said that he's laughing.
I'm saying this. If we woke up tomorrow and every white person on the planet or light-skinned person on the planet, any light-complected person on the planet was all gone, we still got the same issues.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody's going to take that spot of technology. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. So it's an attitude. It's not a color. If every white person died, we'd be having the same conversation about light-skinned people because of what we've been programmed to think.
I was just about to say.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's all
Not just because it's natural, but it's natural for somebody it's natural for people to have that level of contrast, that polarity within themselves. Like, man, everything is cool, but if you come into something all knowing, that's why you come into these bodies. You ain't supposed to know everything. When you pick up the controller on a video game, yeah, you might be able to get the cheat codes or whatever, but you buy the video game so you can play the whole game. That's what we're doing right now. You feel what I'm saying? You see the previews or whatever on TV. You go buy that game so you can achieve whatever, so you have another level of understanding for this year's video game. That's why we're in this body. It's the same concept. The same exact thing. Everything around us mimics what your human body can already do. This microphone, the listeners, you understand what I'm saying? All of this stuff is stuff, everything around us mimics what we can already do. As a child, we don't need a seat. Children do perfect squats when they go down to the ground to pick something up. They don't bend at the waist. They bend their knees. You feel what I'm saying? And then everything around us mimics that. You feel me? So when you understand the mind is all, every conversation we have is going to go right back to that. Every single one.
There you go. You just heard it from.
Oh, man.
You just heard it from Nekos Brown, and that right there. No, it wasn't Chuck Brown, but it was his son. And so I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna go to a music break right now, and we're gonna play some of your father's music, crank out for a couple minutes, and then let's talk about what we got coming up. You know,
Cool.
Oh, I might want to throw another current situation out there. So, I'm kind of enjoying
Go
it.
ahead.
Kind of enjoying this, because at the end of the day, when everything is gone, all you have is what? Yourself. And if you can't be real with yourself, and we can't sit back and I say that, and people, our listeners that tune in on a regular, I say this because a lot of us, we like to make opinions and look at other people and seeing what they're doing, but without looking at what you're doing first, you already in a hole. You 2 feet in a hole.
Right.
So I really, really want everybody to just stop making judgment on others, and really look at what you're doing first before we can do that. I'm not saying that you're not going to have your natural senses when you look at something. You might say, that's, he's ugly or she's ugly, whatever the case may be. But because we're very vain, but a lot of those people that are very vain are real ugly inside. And so it's hard to be judgmental when we have a lot of our own issues brewing over top of the pot. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into some of this classic Chuck Brown right here. But it's not really classic. It's off one of his more up-to-date albums. You're tuning in right now to the GoWIN Radio Show right here on Go Radio Live. Powered by GoWIN.media, coming to you live from the shops at Iverson.
Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good. This funky stuff. Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good. This funky stuff. Hey, just relax, unwind, let it go. You can move fast or move real slow. Whatever you do, let the funk get into you now. Yeah, on the dance floor it's your time. Whatever is on your mind, let me play this song and let the funk get into you now. Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good. This funky stuff. Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good. This funky stuff.
Well, all right now. Say yeah if you feel real good. Let me tell you, I knew you would. When you just let go and let the funk get into you now. Get up, party people, put your hands up. We gon' keep it right here, get up. We go all night long till the funk get into you now.
Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good. This funky stuff. Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good. This funky stuff. Get up, get up,
Get up,
party people, put your hands up. Get up,
get up,
get up,
get up now.
party people, put your hands up.
Come on,
Get up,
get up,
get up,
get up.
party people, put your hands up.
Get up, yo.
Get up,
Come on,
get up, party people, put your hands up. Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good.
ain't it funky now?
This funky stuff. Won't you get down to this funky stuff? I can show you how to feel, make you feel real good.
Good, good, good.
This funky stuff. Hey, I can show you how to feel. Hey,
Feel it again.
hey, I can show you how to feel. Hey.
And now stand tall and shout it out. Funk like this is what it's all about. Come on. When the clock say 2, it ain't time to go. Because you and me, we gon' do it some more. Come on. And now wave your hands and stamp your feet. So we can get a load of this funky beat. Come on. Come on. Getting kinda hot, I can feel the heat. Can't get enough of that funky sweet. Come on. Come on now.
your whistle. Let me tell you something. For a lot of you people out there today, man, Nico, what are you playing? That right there. That's some classic Godfather right there. I believe it was still the Soul Searchers when he put that out. If I remember correctly, I don't believe it was Chuck Brown and Soul Searchers on that release. But we right here. We're talking with Nekos and Wiley Brown, and we just getting into we just shooting it about a little bit life, just talking about life. But Nekos, talking to you recently, you've been doing a whole bunch of different things, and being the entrepreneur that you are, you've fallen into this group dealing with dogs that a lot of people are not necessarily hip about. Okay, let me take that back. A lot of people that not are into the dog community might not know about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, help us a little bit about that.
Okay, the type of dogs I have, I love, breed sometimes. The community I'm a part of is the American Bully community. And American Bully is a breed of dog that started in Washington, D.C.
Now that's actually a breed of a dog called the American Bully?
American Bully.
Wow, that's a wild name for
No, it's fitting, ain't it? Real fitting. This country is the bully of the world.
Bully on the block.
What I'm saying? So, but
at least they try to be. But
yeah. But the breed of dog, the name definitely, is not a great correlation with the temperament. It's a loving dog, man, best dog in the world you want to have, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. You know what I mean? But it was created in Washington D.C. by a man named Dave Wilson. He started out in D.C. breeding. Now he used the American Pit Bull Terrier and American Staffordshire Terrier to create the American Bully, but he bred out, all the aggression in the dog. And I mean, now today you got thousands of different kinds of bullies. Period. You got American bullies and exotic bullies, where they took the American Bully and bred it with like a French Bulldog or English Bulldog. Basically shorten it down so it's handheld size. Some of them, like I said, all shapes and sizes, man. But the prices of these dogs started, nowhere. You're not getting one for no less than $1,500, all the way up to the father. A couple of my dogs sold for $500,000 to China.
What?
Yeah, one dog, man. Yeah. So so the industry is all over the world, man. And in DC,
how is a dog like that? I mean, how do you find? How's the price derived for a dog like that? How's their value made?
The value is in not only how long it took to make that dog, but the process of breeding that dog. And the prices of them have skyrocketed because the bloodlines getting tighter and tighter. You have a desired look in some of them that it calls for, and then how much money you can make off of the dog. It really don't, in my opinion, it doesn't always make the most sense to pay that much for American Bully and you don't breed it. You know what I'm saying? Because we talking about people ship semen from the dog all over the country. Like I ship semen from my dog, and it's like one of that stuff fees $3,500, the other one is $2,500. So every time you ship out a vial of semen from your vet, you're making money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great kickback from your pet, because everybody people spend money on their pets, but
not just a pet.
Yeah, it became a business now. But you love this animal and you're making passive income with no problem, man. But yeah, man. So I paired this breed and the way it's treated as it gets the same perception of a pit bull, because it kind of looks like one, but it's like a pit bull on steroids. It looks real intimidating, but the dogs are super docile. You know what I'm saying? And they get misperceived as a pit bull, so the breed gets bullied a lot by just by we want to say like advocates or just local governments, period, because they don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to demystify that that perception and have this dog show and pair it with the bullying issues we have in our schools today and just in life in general. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I call it the dog show we having on Chuck Brown Day for our 5th annual back to school giveaway. I'm calling it "Don't Bully My Seed, Don't Bully My Breed."
Yeah, I was just about to lead into that.
Mhm.
You segued it yourself. So tell us about that, because that's a new element that you bring into Chuck Brown Day, and there's been a couple new elements that y'all bringing in, and it seems like you're spanning it from every year. It's something fresh that y'all bringing to the table. So first, let's lead off. Let's talk about this. Don't bully my seed. Don't bully my breed. What is that about?
So the first half of it is, our back to school giveaway. We give away 1,000 backpacks every year, and kids play games also along with that. But this year we wanted to give them a form of entertainment as far as, and also educate them at the same time. So it's pure entertainment at this dog show. People who enter the ring with their dogs, they're part of the American Bully community, and they understand. They understand how important it is for us to not only put on a good show, but to explain why, me as a judge, I explain why I chose whatever dog that won the category. I explain the category itself, explain how them dogs were created. It's a constant, form of education. You can walk up and watch it. It's a free event. We only receive proceeds from people who actually put their dog in the ring, because they're going to get all kinds of exposure. We got news crews there. I'm going to have the whole thing recorded also, you know what I mean? So all proceeds go to our nonprofit organization, Chuck Brown Foundation. And man, it's just another way to bring the community together, because there's a lot of dog lovers in the world in general, but especially in D.C., you know what I'm saying? And don't even know about this breed of dog that was created in D.C.
Yeah, and that's interesting. So what is the plan, other than this event, to bring more light about this American Bully?
To bring more light to this breed in general, I'm working on another show I want to do at the convention center, and that's gonna be I'm talking like a 300 booth show that I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I want to have the American Bully Kennel Club Nationals right here in DC. And they've never had a show in D.C. I'm the first person to do a bully show in D.C. And the breed's been around since 1991. And it's been a lot of misconception of the breed since then. I know pit bulls used to be banned in D.C. for some time. Then they made them legal again. But this was just not a pit bull. It's an American Bully. You know what I'm saying? So to get away from all that, Dave Wilson, during his creation of the American Bully, he moved to Virginia and finished that out. So anybody you ask now, they automatically assume that the American Bully was created in Virginia, but it really started right here in D.C. So we're going to honor him. Actually, I meant to mention that we're going to honor Dave Wilson at the beginning of that show with a Lifetime Achievement Award, and he's going to judge our first category for the dog show.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So what time does that start?
Registration and setup, booth load-in starts at 10:30. I'm also going to open the red carpet at 10:30 so people can take pictures in front of the Chuck Brown Memorial mural down there, and I have a red carpet in front of it, and they'll get an interview at the end of it. That's everybody who's in the ring, and everybody who some people who attend the red carpet will still be open for you. You just want take some photos and show you having a good time, and so that started at 10:30, and we're actually going to start the whole dog show at 1. Officially started at 1 o'clock, and the back to school giveaway start at 1 o'clock.
Okay, that's what's up. So that's part one of Chuck Brown Day.
Yeah.
So tell us, you got a huge card this year. I actually got an article coming out in the Washington Informer later on this week. But for those who don't pick up the newspaper like that, tell everybody a little bit what you got going on, starting out with the day, entertainment wise. Man,
we opening up with Michelle Blackwell. She gonna do her thing, of course, and then next up, and then first of all, we got DJ Cool DJing the whole day.
There it is.
We got Michelle Blackwell opening the show up. Then we got Trouble Funk coming on. Those legends gonna be on. And then the Chuck Brown Band is also featuring Big G from Backyard Band. In that also. So it's gonna be a full day, man. All love.
Man, it's gonna be crazy because I don't think you've had a card this big before. So this is gonna be real interesting. For those who have never been, shame on
you. Right? Exactly. We had almost 7,000 people last year at Chuck Brown Day. So almost 7,000 people came.
Don't want to miss.
You know what I found was interesting when I was out there with those what they call those cars that like the one seaters and what do they call them, sidekicks or something like that.
You said cars?
Yeah, they're little cars. It's like the one seaters and.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that be out
zip-
throughout the
little
city.
zip car.
The zip cars.
No, not the zip cars. The ones that it was a whole club out there last year,
Mm-hmm.
and they took up a whole little area.
Talking about the little blue joints, right?
Nah, they it looked like little drag because DJ Rico got one.
Oh, like little Batmobiles. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
The slingshot.
Oh,
Slingshot.
slingshot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
That was for me because that was
Mhm.
the first time I had seen a whole,
Yeah.
like they was like about 20 deep,
Mm-hmm.
and that for me, I was like, oh, that's wild. And come to find out, it was a sister that ran the car group.
Yeah.
Mm.
Beautiful one too.
I just told you. I just told you. They run it all, man.
Yeah.
They run it all.
Yeah, man, that was incredible. But of course the entertainment was good, so I'm really looking forward to this year. Y'all gotta get up out of here. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna play some more Chuck Brown. Hopefully my co-host will be here in a little bit. Take some pictures for y'all leave, man. Any last words y'all want put out there?
You got something, Wiley?
Yeah,
Come on.
I got a little something. So
You cheesing like you about to get engaged.
yeah. I got a little something. So
This is Wiley Brown, the lover.
chill. But nah, man. When the time is right, I'm gonna come back up here, Nico, and talk more about it. But I just got a new teaching job at Kingsman Academy, and on half days I'll be teaching the first go-go class, Go-Go 101. So I'm excited about that, man.
Oh, yeah.
That first go-go class in DC, man.
So what's the curriculum look like?
I'm putting it together right now.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely talk on that.
Definitely gonna talk.
I gotta have the exclusive on that one right now. Go 101. Shout out to Charles Stevenson and Kip for putting together Teach the Beat
Oh yeah.
some years ago.
Remember
Yeah,
that.
shout out to them brothers. So we getting ready to go to break right quick. Let me see here. Chuck Brown favorite.
I got so many, man.
I mean, come on, man. What's your go-to? I know it's got to be a good
Go to Family Affair.
Yeah,
easily.
family
Family
affair.
Affair.
Easily.
Wow, for real? That's interesting.
That's perfect.
Really?
Oh yeah. Easily Family Affair, man.
We got. I thought you was gonna say something else.
What you thought I was
I
gonna say?
mean, other than family, because Family Affair is like everybody loves Family Affair. So I thought you was gonna come out with
You
something
said go
like,
to. You said go.
Yeah.
You can't miss with that one.
I did. Hold on. Where's my Family Affair here? Need some money. Come on, man. This thing, I swear. Hey, look, we gonna put
We
on
pick
something
another
right
one.
now and get these brothers up out of here.
Play
I
Run-
appreciate y'all. I
play
appreciate
Run
y'all
Joe.
coming through. I want to see everybody out there. Chuck Brown Day this Saturday from 3 to
Shoot, 1 to 7.
1 to 7.
1 to 7.
1 to 7.
1
okay.
o'clock to 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Why not? And then for those who got the dogs who wanted to check out the American Bully, I'm gonna tell you that right there. I might get there early for that.
Got to.
I might
Got
have
to,
to get
man.
there early for that right there because I really want to know what the difference is, like you said, between a American Bully and a pit bull.
Oh, world of difference. It's like going to Payless or you go to Neiman Marcus for your shoes. The dog looks that much different. It looked like
Well,
as much as it
how
costs.
do they get confused with each other then?
Just because of when you got the perception of a pit bull, let's say you never even seen a daggone dog. You see it in the movies and all that, right?
Right.
But you see this thing in person, it's imposing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's hard not to think of it that way. You already got that wrong perception. We was talking about misperception earlier. People got the wrong perception of things. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, it's easy to kick in the fight or flight mode when you don't know what you're looking at. But you'll see, man. You will definitely see. Some people might bring their, pit bulls out. You'll see the difference between the breeds.
I'll definitely be there anyway.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, we get ready to go to break real quick. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Keep it locked right here on the GoWIN Radio Show.
And if you're sitting on them things, fiesta. To all my honeys in the club, fiesta. And if you're rolling with a thug, fiesta. We be up in the club, sipping light. Red-eyed deep in the club, puffing out. Strippers in the back of the club, showing out. As soon as I get a buzz, I'm showing out. House on top of the hill, counting what? Who's gonna buy the bar? I got enough. Take the haters out in the back and rough them up. I'm a baller, now where's my baller? Said what? To all my hot girls living fiesta. To all my hot boys living fiesta. To all my Chi-town people fiesta. To all my uptown people fiesta. To all the players and the hustlers fiesta. And if you're sitting on them things fiesta. To all my honeys in the club fiesta. And if you're rolling with a thug fiesta. We drop twists on a daily basis. Plus we got a honeys all up in the place. About to wild out in a major way. So you can get your hands up if you made your day. Add a little juice to the tango rate. And let the ice flow till it blinds the face. Track man sitting on Capitol Hill. Track master make capital deal.
You iced out with the blingy blingy. And your big body sitting on them gleamy things. Rock playing players know the meaning of cream. Kelly R.B. thugs as it seems to kings.
These need people in Capri green. Hot chicks down to do anything.
Rock more chicks, got more chicks. Lock it in the mix and we can drop more hits. Now what you know about the cat that be spinning the dough? Every day, drink Henny and bottles of more. Hit chicks, ride wheels, going 20s and drove. To the club, 30 deep, plenty ice to show.
Mama said she never rode in a 6 before. Never seen young cats like this before.
Now who made the way for the place to blow?
Thug out 2G, rock down for show. I'm truly in the right frame of mind. So come on, everybody, it's funky time.
You tune in to the GoWIN Radio Show right here on GoGo Radio Live, Win DC Radio. All wrapped. Oh, we're not on Win DC Radio tonight. We all wrapped up in GoWin.media, coming to you live from the shops at Iverson. I'm your host, Nico the Go-Goologist, and I do not have my new music with me today. I am so sorry. So I've been playing Chuck Brown classics because we're getting ready for Chuck Brown Day. I'd like to thank Nekos and Wiley for coming by. And we had a special surprise guest. If those of you who tune into the GoGo Radio Live YouTube channel on our app or our Facebook page, you'll notice a gentleman that came in towards the end, and that was the oldest brother, Greg. And that I've never met him before, Miss Lady. You've met him? Okay, so why you say like that? No, I've never met him before. So it was a shock to see him because first of all, he was just walking up here, throwing up the camera and everything. I'm like, who is this? So I'm trying to keep it together. We live on the air, and I'm like, who is this brother? And then he introduced himself. Like, hey, what's up? And what's crazy to me is how young everybody is. They have a young family. And I just found out, and I don't want to put that person's business out there, who the oldest is in the family, and it was very surprising. Very, very surprising.
You know what I say, you're only as old as you feel.
Yeah, you do say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I feel old.
Today.
Yes. For those of you just now tuning in, the one and only Miss Lady just walked into the building.
Yeah.
Miss Lady.
Yes.
Man, for those of you who did not get out this past weekend, usually one of the biggest parties of the year is the Tricky Ink Summer Breeze Festival. And a lot of people, I guess, feared that it was going to thunderstorm. And from what I was told, it wasn't the same type of turnout as it usually is. And I can understand it because I was actually watching the performance, and there was lightning flashing over top of the artist's head. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely a serious situation out there. But it was still a great turnout. Because it was my first summer breeze.
Because I know I was calling you like, hey, is it thundering over there? Because it's thundering over here.
And it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, you could see the lightning, but I mean, and it was so dark, you didn't know whether it was going to rain or not, because you can't look into the clouds. But it definitely held up. It sprinkled earlier during the daytime. Matter of fact, when we was doing sound check, it was sprinkling. But after that, that was it. So it definitely held off. So those of you that was out there, Marsha Ambrosius played or sang, I should say, upstairs along with Black Alley. Black Alley closed out the evening. Well, actually, they didn't close out the evening, but they closed out upstairs. And then downstairs was a surprise group called Quiet Storm. They came out. And then Michelle Blackwell, she came out, she did her thing. And then Kim and Scooby closed out all the way around.
Downstairs.
Yes, downstairs. So, hey, I saw a lot of familiar faces. I saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time.
No pun intended, though.
But I was, yes. No pun intended. I was surprised, though, at the attire.
Yeah, I heard. I wasn't there this year because, a little something happened. But I did hear from people that did come. They said it was more down to earth. It was like
really.
Yeah, it wasn't like you put your best foot forward this year.
No, it wasn't. That's what was surprising me. Like I bought a brand new all linen suit.
See, that was the thing. I think one year it was the theme.
No, but it said it's on the promo.
Yeah,
like
but
no tennis shoes, classy dress, only
I don't know if they
allowed?
didn't enforce it this year, but I know
maybe
for
because of the rain.
yeah, I know for a fact that a good friend of mine, ROD
Right.
was coming to take pictures for one of the performers or artists.
What, this year?
No, before maybe 2-3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we wouldn't let him in because he had on tennis shoes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if it, just like you said, I don't
I
know.
think, yeah, but there's somebody else told me that it threatens to rain almost every year. So I don't know. Like I said, this is my first one. I've been to a lot of Tricky Inc. events, but never a summer breeze.
Yeah, because I know one year, usually it might be themed, I think, because one year it was like sundresses,
Okay.
and then I think one year it was like linen, kind of like,
Right.
So I don't think this year it was a.
Now, I was
one
surprised.
thing.
Like, it was a lot of regular jokers. As far as dress.
Yeah. I guess
You know what I mean?
guess that money was green, and it's, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was really surprised. So, but other than that, and not even other than that, it was no big deal to me.
Right. But
'cause-
you was like, man, look, they say I
Yeah.
gotta be right, so
And-
you made it.
and you know what's
you were like,
crazy?
I could have picked something out my closet, man.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Because I was psyched.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm gonna see the best of the cream of the crop up in here.
Long as you represented, long as you was
Oh,
dressed,
hey, look.
they can't talk about you.
Fresh linen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, his haircut's still fresh.
Yeah, it is.
That
It
mean
is.
that mean he get know and his hair don't grow as fast.
Nah, actually, you know why I got this cut low like this?
Right.
To cut out the gray hairs.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it is what it is. Right?
Yeah, but I'm used to it now, so
Yeah.
I'm like, I like it.
Okay.
So now I can walk up into the club and, and they ask me for my ID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They've been, I've been in Fridays with you, and they be like, "Cuss your ID, sir."
Yeah.
You be like, "Really? Sure."
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Sure.
So, Miss Lady, what's going on with you? I see the shirt came out. I'm not Tata watching. I'm looking at the shirt.
yes. We discussed it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It was real quick. I could have did some extra stuff.
Okay.
Removed a couple of things like the gray.
So we can make this happen then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We got some heavy coming for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So keep it locked right here on the Go Radio Live, Win DC Radio. We're not doing Win DC Radio tonight.
I walked in there.
I was good.
No, I walked in there. I walked in there.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. Did they say hello?
It was like all four of them was like this. I was like, oh.
Well, it's funny because one of the little girl that was in, she was so cute. The cutest little girl was in there. Her mother came. But she walked in on my show.
Right.
And I'm like, can I help you? And she didn't know what she was doing.
Right.
I thought I was going to be down by roses or whatever. So trying to find out, she said, oh, I can hear my baby. She's in there. And the little girl was, when I tell you adorable. And she was crying.
Oh.
Where's my mommy?
She here. She
come
coming.
on. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
She coming.
It was so cute. So what's going on with you, Miss Lady? How was your weekend? What you get into?
Nothing.
Really?
I went to my little niece's birthday party. And then was preparing to go to Summer Breeze.
Now you said it was thunder and lightning out there.
Yeah, it was. Even at the birthday party. We were in Bowie. So
Oh, okay.
even at the birthday party, it was on the Beltway. On one side of the road, it was thunder and lightning and throwing down. But on the other side of the road, you see the cars passing. They dry. It was wild. I've only seen that maybe a handful of times when one side of the street is raining and another side of the street is not. I've only seen it a handful of times, but it was like that. Up and down, going north and south of the Beltway. So as example, we was going north, it was throwing down, and then they was going south, and they were just dry. They was looking over here, they like, what the hell y'all driving so slow for? Because we can't see in front of us. But other than that, I did absolutely nothing. I chilled out. Oh, Sunday. Went and I cut a video for a song that I'm featured on with Killer Cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the birthday song that she played.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So what's going on? Well, what can you tell us?
What?
About the release of the video?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I just sing.
So it's just okay.
I just sing. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free.
There it is.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm just. We was in we went up Charlie's, and did a little something. So. Charlie's what? Studio.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can't get them to play on the show or nothing like that. We can't play the demo. We can't give them a little something, couple bars or something.
No, we got that.
Huh?
We got that.
Oh yeah, you got it.
You got it.
Oh nah. Oh, that part. Okay.
Yeah, you played it. The
Okay.
birthday song. You played it.
I thought y'all recut it though.
No, it's always been the original. Original. No, it's the video. That was the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a video. It's already done, but he did a edit.
But you went to Charlie. Okay, you did a
Yeah, we
vocal
did
edit.
like a skit thing at the
Okay.
studio. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like we was outside like really acting and all that. Yeah, we did like a little skit thing in there.
Okay. You could have called a brother too. Yeah, I could have been an extra.
I didn't know nothing.
Just grab your hat and let's go, man.
And that's exactly what I did. I had a hat on. I clean up well sometimes.
Okay. So sometimes, long as you got that shea butter.
I got something right in my pocket.
I know that's right. Yeah.
You rubbing your hands and everything.
Yeah, you're a little rusty behind it. So, but now we got a big weekend coming up. For those of you just tuning in, you might have missed Nekos and Wiley Brown, who were our special guests for today, and we're talking about Chuck Brown Day. Miss Lady, he was talking about a breed of dog. You tell me if you ever heard of this dog, the American Bully.
Not the American Bulldog.
No, the American Bully. It was a dog that was created actually right here in Washington, D.C. in 1991.
You looked it up?
Well, no, he told us.
Okay.
He told us right on the show.
Yeah.
So they're having the American Bully Dog Show, the first one, at 10. Well, registration's at 10:30 a.m. and it's going to be held at Chuck Brown Memorial Park on Chuck Brown Day. This Saturday.
Okay.
So, but he said it's been misrepresented as a pit bull. Did you pull up the picture?
Yeah, they look just like it.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. But he said they're much more muscular.
Yeah, they're shorter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But he said very several types of breeds, a lot of different breeds of them out there. That they even got them as small as you can put them in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, they call them a pocket bully. So standard, classic, pocket, extra large, unofficial type. You know, so they have different ones.
And he said the breeds can be sold up to $500,000.
Oh, well, they don't have that on Wikipedia. but and it doesn't say as far as where exactly it was, originated. But it does say between the dates of 80 and 90. Like, I don't know, like who does that? To say something was originated between, that's like somebody was born like, yeah, he was born between 1970 and 80. It's 10 years, like, what you doing? But yeah, okay. But yeah, they look just like pit bulls. I wouldn't say, oh my God, it's not a pit bull, it's an American bully.
Right.
It's in the bulldog family,
Look just like a pit.
Just like them.
Yeah. So, but they have been, for whatever reason, he said, well, we know what reason, have been picked against.
Yeah, Venom, the American bully, $500,000, the most expensive bully.
There you go. So, Nekos knows what he was talking about. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go to a quick break. I have to take care of something in the studio. You're tuned in right here to the GoWIN Radio Show tonight, only on GoGo Radio Live, powered by GoWin.media. Come to you live from the shops of Iverson. I'm Nico the GoGoologist. I don't have my drops tonight, so she is.
I'm Miss Lady. Looks like he said.
I love it when you do that.
Miss Lady, baby.
You locked right here on the GoWin Radio Show.
Oh, I love it. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got the go-go swing. Say what? Sean, you've got that go-go swing. Hit it, dog. Don't mean a thing if you ain't got the go-go swing. You gon' do it. Yeah, break it down a little bit now. If you ain't got the go-go swing, we gon' do-wop, 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 do-wop. Love you like that now. Don't mean a thing if you ain't got the go-go swing. We gon' do-wop, 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 do-wop. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got the go-go swing. You go do-wop, 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 do-wop. What's up, big brother? It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that go-go swing. You go do-wop, do-wop, do-wop. Y'all wanna hit it for me one time? Hit it for me, baby. Ow! Let me hear you, baby. I love you so much. Oh, bless your little heart. Do it again for me, baby. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, my sweet little boss. Do it again, do it again. I love it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, stretch it out for me one more time, baby. Yeah. We'll get them all, baby. That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Come on, talk to me, sis.
Do-wop.
You gonna give me a little Louis Armstrong?
There you try to sound like Louis Armstrong.
Hey,
God dang.
what a cold.
God dang. You say Louis Armstrong.
You tune right now to the GoWIN Radio Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. We get ready to get up out of here in a couple of minutes. But as always, each and every year we honor the Godfather, his memory, his culture, and music that he created. For those of you that didn't have the opportunity to meet Chuck Brown on a personal level, I want you to know that it's hard, or as easy it is to see a star on the stage and wish that you could know them. That is one of the most down-to-earth brothers that you ever want to meet. For somebody that had the influence that he had over people in this city or this region, he was so down to earth and understood his influence, his power, his influence. I had conversations, with his family, and he could have ran for mayor and won if he really wanted to.
Definitely.
And, because as we see, you don't necessarily need to know anything about politics and become the president of the United States.
I meant to ask you the other day, like, what did Muriel Bowser do? I said, Nico was going off on Facebook.
First and foremost, I try not to lean one way or the other, use this platform for that, but she pisses me off. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I because she's so blatantly two-faced.
Really?
Yes, I mean it is. She don't even hide it. Well, no, I take that back. She does hide it. Trump is the one that you would say don't hide.
Right,
it.
don't hide it. Right.
You know what I mean? But she's like when the press pisses her off, like. What you answer me that question for? I'm not going to give you that. You can really tell.
Right.
I mean, but she, whoo, boy, this situation she's dealing with in the city, man. people say that her job is not easy, and I understand that. I understand that completely. You know, but she is one that I was very surprised of how I just think she's clueless. You know, I really do. I really think she's clueless about what the people are really about. She's not in touch. Put it like that.
Right.
You know, she has no soul to her, to me. Even when 50 was in there, people say 50 was robotic. He had a lot more soul to him than she does.
Okay.
To me. You know, and
I mean, I didn't like the fact that, you know, she didn't go to the little girl's Micaiah's funeral. She sent a representative. I don't know, you know.
But anyway, you asked, and I don't want to lean on that. Like
Right.
I said,
Okay.
I try not to use this platform for that.
Right.
Because we never know who might come on this show.
Right, definitely.
You know, and they might feel a certain kind of way. And for me, my political bias is anybody's that's for the growth of our people. You know what I mean? I have an issue with politics as a whole because it's the bureaucratic bull that's in it keeps the people that needs assistance. It keeps them from getting it because of the red tape of people going back and forth because of their political agendas. You know, and I know, if you know anything about politics at all, it's all about who has the best lobbyists.
Right.
You know, if you know anything about politics, that's what it's all about. You wonder how things get pushed through, and it's about money.
I about to say that in most money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, lobbyists get paid to push somebody's agenda across.
Yeah.
Right? And the most powerful lobbyists are the ones with the best lawyers, you know, and that's how politics work. You can say what you want to say, but that's how they work. So I get frustrated with people like Maria Bowser. I really do, you know, and especially when she's as transparent. She's transparent to me. I can look right through her. And she looks like she don't give a damn.
I thought she might have changed since, you know, she adopted a little baby, and you know, her instincts.
You didn't think that was a front?
I don't know, because you don't
We
really know
don't know.
anything
We
about
don't
her
know.
personal
We don't
life,
know.
so you know what I'm saying.
We getting rather
Yeah,
controversial
yeah.
here. You know, and personal. We don't know about all that. But I just asked you if you didn't think I didn't have a opinion.
Nah.
Nah, I was BS. But yeah, so what? Okay, so this Thursday, make sure y'all tune in our regular scheduled time, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have the cast of the Giz coming up in here, and from what Nekos Brown just told me, they almost sold out. Did you pull that up?
That's
yet?
what I was doing when you got me up with the
American
with the American Bully Dog. I was like, oh, I was looking up that, and then you hit me to that. So
all right, so yeah, I need you know, I want it to be sold out. I want it to be sold out, except for our 2 seats. And if not, now I don't even want to. I don't want to be backstage. I want to be in the seats where everybody else can check the joint out.
yeah, but the thing about it is so ironic because we're talking about this because so I was looking at, you know, so often your phone, you might say something or search something and your phone will have an ad. Then when you open it up and it'll say something that you've been looking for, you've been Googling and stuff like that. Your phone, you know, your phone be listening in and all that stuff. So we were talking about something and I looked and I sent it to my dad and it was Sam Smith. He was caught on camera saying on an Instagram saying, oh, I don't really like Michael Jackson, but that's a nice song. Stephanie Mills ripped him a new one. was said, you take our music, you sing our music, you are famous because you are covering our music, and you have the nerve to say that you don't care for the king of pop. It was I can't remember the song he was singing, but she told him, and she was like, and come for me, come on, I dare you. I didn't know they dated.
Who dated?
Stephanie Mills and Michael Jackson.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We gotta say that for another show.
Yeah, I didn't know they dated.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but I was just talking about The Wiz, and I was trying to, me and my dad, I was like, and it's my all-time favorite musical. I love musicals like Hairspray and Grease and, you know, things like, but The Wiz is my all-time favorite. So I was like, damn, I wonder which one came first, the play or the movie, you know what I'm saying? So it's actually the play, 4 years.
Yes.
You know,
it started in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I remember that.
So it was actually 4 years, actually New York.
The Wiz?
Yeah, The Wiz. Broadway.
Okay.
Broadway. I mean, I looked it up in New York, Broadway, you know, on Broadway. So, and I didn't know that Luther Vandross wrote the songs.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yes. And I'm like, dang, it's a bad boy.
That's crazy.
That's a bad boy. And the fact that Stephanie Mills, they was on Broadway for 4 years, did 1,600 some odd shows on Broadway for 4 years. 1,600 some odd shows. And then when it was time to do the movie 4 years later, so it was like 74, and then 78, the movie came out. The Wiz, you know. They casted Diana Ross. People were pissed off. It was a dud though. The Wiz didn't do well in the movies.
Nah.
It didn't do well at all.
I do know that.
He said people were mad because Stephanie Mills had been doing Dorothy for 4 years, and Diana Ross, they casted Diana Ross. Well, initially, they didn't want to. Quincy Jones was like, no, 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 and no, because she was 33 years old, you know. So they casted Diana Ross, and everybody was saying, why would you do Diana Ross? Why would you change from a whole 4 years of doing Stephanie Mills, and then you go to Diana Ross, where the word was that Diana Ross came in and she kind of paid her way into that. So it's kind of like, nobody wanted to see that because they wasn't really protesting or things of that nature, but they just said, "Nah, we don't want to see. We don't want to see her." So it's just you know, it's unfortunate. So that they did that way, and we do that to each other, and we always talk about that. We do that to each other. So as he was saying, speaking of the Giz, I started to just, you know, say about the Wiz. So I'm looking now on so if we can hip you guys. So if you haven't gotten your tickets now, then you probably need to get them. So I'm looking on Ticketmaster now.
What's wrong, sis?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm looking on Ticketmaster now to see, you know, if you haven't gotten your tickets, you might want to get your tickets.
Oh, like that?
It's still some on the middle level, but the floor
full.
5 seats left on the floor.
Oh man, we gotta hurry up and get them in here.
5 seats left on the floor. Oh no, it's some on the side. It's some on the side. So let's just say floor seats are.
That Fox 5 interview must have really been like, yeah.
Yeah, because I checked last week and it was still, you know, it was still something. But yeah, I guess they would say they almost sold out. I mean, they probably got about 100, 200 seats to go to be sold out. I don't know how many they seat, but you know. But yeah, I was saying like we do things.
Well, Nekos told me that don't seats a lot. So
I mean, it's nothing. I've been in there a couple of times, and it doesn't seem, you know, I was on the floor, and it doesn't seem that big to me. But I mean, that's nothing. But it's unfortunate how Diana Ross came in and pulled her weight, got with the man and said, hey, and the man said, we'll fund this whole movie if you cast her.
Yeah.
And they said Quincy was like, oh, well, okay. He didn't want her at first. He said, no, 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 no. But when she went and got with the man, the man was like, man, we'll fund this whole movie.
Yeah. Bury that dog.
Yeah, but then look but your movie wasn't successful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You take somebody that's been doing an awesome job for 4 years doing the play, and then you cast it to the side. And Diana Ross did that to her sister. You did that to Stephanie Mills.
Yeah, well, you know, and the thing with Diana, like, there's a lot of sisters. Like, she's not, Stephanie ain't, I'm sure, well, matter of fact, I know is not the only one to have a problem with Diana. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Stephanie is not the only one. But she was blessed with a hell of a daughter.
Who?
Her daughter.
Diana Ross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She been blessed. So, hey, look, we getting ready to get up out of here. We got to make way for, on the Windy side, make sure you tune in to Foreplay. Foreplay the Eargasm on the Windy side. If you want to keep it locked to some go-go, keep it locked right here. Miss Lady, you got any last minute shout outs?
Shout out to my little niece. Her birthday is tomorrow on the 15th. And we had a little party, had a little unicorn party. And look out for these t-shirts. The camera on?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, look out for these.
Oh, look them out. Look out for them. Look out for them.
No, the boobs don't come with it. I've been asked. Somebody was like, will my shirt fit like that? I was like, no. If you don't have these boobs, it ain't going to fit like that. So, no, the boobs don't come with it.
Well, make sure y'all tune in this Thursday, the Cast of the Kids, right here on the GoWIN Radio Show, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is how we get down. This Saturday will be a Chuck Brown Day. Come on through. Michelle Blackwell, Trouble Funk, DJ Cool, and of course the Chuck Brown Band featuring this year Big G. All right. I love each and every one of y'all out there. Miss Lady, anything? Last thing?
I
bring that back.
Man.
It's not the same one I'll be playing either.
It ain't?
Nah. You must not have been tuned in, but I left my
yeah, I know you said you ain't had none of your stuff. But just like you said, peace and blessings to everybody that tuned in, man. You could be doing anything, but you chose to tune in today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get a chance to say good morning, but I did. And hopefully tomorrow I'll say the same thing.
That's it. We out here.